About a week ago, I featured a story about a subscriber that had contacted me regarding their brand new Renault Symbioz, which was cutting out as they were driving down the road. Sometimes this would happen at 30 miles per hour, sometimes 70 miles per hour, and each time they'd need to try and coast the car to safety before being able to restart it. And this happened repeatedly, 20, 30 times, until the owner was able to get the car back into their local Renault garage for a bit of diagnostic work. The key detail in all of this was it would generally only happen after the car had been driving for 40, 45 minutes. And that is a point that the owner made explicitly clear when he handed the car back to Renault for this diagnosis work. Despite this, and despite having a report suggesting a problem with the body control module from a Renault Assist RAC technician, the garage claimed they weren't able to replicate or see the fault over several different visits. Not surprising really, because it became apparent that the dealership had only driven the car as a test for around 4 miles. So when the owner said to Renault UK customer service, the reason that your garage can't find the fault is because they're not testing it under the conditions where it occurs, i.e. a 45-minute drive, Renault's response was essentially they can't insist that their dealership drive it for that long. Long story short, the owner's left with a car that they're still paying nearly £200 a month for that they cannot use because they feel it could cut out at any moment, leaving them and other road users in dangerous situations. Meanwhile, the finance company and Renault refuse to take the car back because they say they can't replicate the fault, and therefore there's no grounds for rejection. I mentioned at the time, it didn't look like this was an isolated case. I mean, a quick Google and you'll find a whole host of Symbioz owners experiencing similar symptoms. And now, this. Published yesterday, yet another owner experiencing, you guessed it, very similar symptoms. Electronic glitches and the car cutting out whilst driving down the road. Thing is, the stakes are up here because unlike our viewer who was able to coast the car to safety each time, this owner has already been in 2 collisions as a result, he says. The striking similarity here, out with the fault of course, is the way in which the dealership have responded. Let me give it to you in his words. I have had no success with the dealership whatsoever. There's no such thing as after sales. In 6 months, I've been in the car 10 times because I just don't feel safe in it. David, a retired electronics design engineer, also claims the vehicle inexplicably jolts forward without warning and alleges the cruise control activates on its own while parking. He said, I contacted the Renault garage in Ayr and they've had a look and did diagnose some faults, but they wouldn't disclose what they were, which I found strange. The car's got a year's warranty, but the bottom line is, I just don't trust the vehicle and it should not be lurching forward in the way it has been. David's now seeking a full refund, a replacement vehicle, or a thorough investigation into the problems he's been experiencing. Cars can have problems, we all know that, especially teething problems with brand new models. And listen, just about any manufacturer you care to mention, they've experienced exactly that at one point or another. It's how those problems are dealt with that matters. I mean, look at Honda. A couple years back, they had a batch of faulty fuel pumps. They recalled millions of cars to remedy it, and in some cases, they were quick enough that some owners didn't even notice symptoms. Toyota, similarly, they recalled tens of thousands of cars with a software issue that was causing the cars to lose power, not completely dissimilar to what we're looking at here. My point is, once the problem pattern is identified, these brands, they're putting recalls in place, they're putting remedies in place, there's a clear fix, and the owners know exactly where they stand and what's happening. What's worrying here is despite a growing number of customers reporting really quite serious defects, the answer seems to be the same from Renault. They apparently can't find or fix the problem. Now look, my goal here is not to try and tarnish any brand, not whatsoever. I make these videos so that owners can find each other, compare experiences and start to collate a bit of evidence, because that is the strongest approach to something like this, is in numbers. As it stands, the owner whom we originally made that video about, he now has a count of 22 other owners experiencing those same power loss issues, in part down to that last video, which I know a lot of you shared around, you hit like on, which we're really appreciative of. If you could do the same for this video, again, I would really appreciate it, and I'm sure he would as well. So would the other owners experiencing problems with these cars. And also, if you are one of those, if you've got one of these cars and you are experiencing issues, please do leave a comment below. Or if you want to remain completely anonymous, my email address will be in the description below as well. Also, let us know if you've got one of these cars and you're not experiencing any issues and it's just been a fantastic car, let us know that as well. Let's have a bit of balance here. We also in the past have had manufacturers reach out directly to the channel, and again, I fully welcome that from Renault. If there's any context not been explained here, if there's a solution that's been worked towards and we just don't know about it, please let us know. I'd be more than happy to reflect that. I'll continue to bring you updates as they happen, but in the meantime, please do keep subscribing, keep liking. I'll see you in a few days' time. Take care.